Climate change has become one of the highly discussed topics and issues in the world, both by the local and international consultants across. What is climate change? And what do we know about climate change? What are some of the causes of climate change? What are the impacts of climate change? Welcome to my channel once again. It is Emmanuel with Uganda to the world. Our main discussion today is just going to be casual. I think Kampala used not to be that so cold and not so hot, but it has been of recent that due to the change in the climate and the weather patterns, the climate of the country has really changed. Kampala used to receive rainfalls both from January to December, but it has been so recent that you find at times the weather, the temperature rises up to around over 35 degrees. This has been something very unprecedented. Before, Kampala would have the highest temperature at least 20 degrees Celsius. But it is very unfortunate that today you find the temperatures of Kampala going up to 35, which is too massive and too high for the capital, which is located in the hearts and so much closer to the largest lakes in Africa and almost in the world. We have been faced with a lot of impacts of climate change in the recent. The eastern part of Uganda of recent, to be particular, the Bugisu area has been faced with high impacts of climate change and have bared on our behalf hugely the causes and the impacts of climate change. Landslides has been so massive in this part of the country, and government of Uganda has still failed to get to a solution and a quick and a conclusive solution to combat these effects of climate change. The population has been tried to move away from the area, but still this is not the solution. The solution to climate change is only one. And if government of Uganda would encourage its citizens to plant more trees, especially in the slopes of Mount Elgon, I think that is something that we would at times try to combat the impacts of climate. But if we say we're going to move away our people from their cradle land, that will not be the solution. Of course, it will still recur and occur and reoccur. So, one of my appeal to the government is encourage the people to plant more trees. I think planting trees is one of the key solutions that we can try to combat climate change. Another one would also be to encourage the people to use clean, smart, renewable energy. What do I mean by clean and renewable energy sources? We see things like solar systems, biogas, biomass, wind energy. These are some of the solutions to renewable energies. And these are some things that we can use and encourage and really ensure that our people adopt to using clean energy. If we cannot adapt to using clean energy, then we are not yet about to sort out issues of climate change, and we are going to be having serious and much more effects of climate change in the near future. Why don't we do something for our new and young generations to come? We have already started facing all these challenges as a clear-headed person, and our leaders, our legislative part of the country, especially the parliamentarians. Why can't we pass out laws and legislations that protect our climate and our environment? We should look for all ways of reducing the emissions into the atmosphere. And this is the only way we can try to close up the gap of climate change. Of recent, there has been massive rises in the water levels of Lake Victoria. Can you imagine the level of waters in Lake Victoria increasing so massive that it was last witnessed about 90 years? This is something that can really cause a very devastating impacts and destruction in the lives of the people, not only in the people in the neighborhoods of Lake Victoria, but across the country. So for us to survive these devastating impacts, why don't we get ways of solving these issues? I think the best way we can solve these issues is getting up and trying to do things the right way. I would also come and say, why can't we try to harmonize and use the wind energy that we have, especially in the Karamoja region? This is a very massive land with very big opportunities of wind energy. Wind energy can be used and adapted through use of heavy turbines. These are some of the technologies that are being done in countries like Germany. Once you reach Germany and the Western world, you find that these people are trying to use the limited and the most available they have in their disposal. Africa is so diverse with all this, and we are not supposed to complain of any issues of lack of availabilities of clean and smart energy, but it is we the people who are not willing to take up these opportunities. I call upon our people, I call upon our leaders, let us wake up. Let us wake up and lead the fight against climate change. It is we, the elites, who can help our people down in the grassroots to take up and use these opportunities. As we know, these renewable energies are so cheap to handle. If we look at using solar energy, it is something that you put once on your roof and you consume for almost the rest of your life without paying bills, without actually looking at other effects or thinking of other issues that may come up. The only thing you need is regular maintenance. But this is something which is so recurring. You will not be made to pay money for free solar energy from the sun, a gift from our mighty God. Why can't we use and adapt these opportunities? Solar, if we cannot use these opportunities to change and get to using renewable energy, we are going to destroy our continent and our planet. I call upon all world leaders, as you go for your meeting in Egypt, please let us pass good policies. Let us pass policies that are going to change the destiny of our planet. If we can't change the destiny right now, then the destiny is so doomed for our grandkids and great-grandkids. Let us wake up. I call upon our political class. I call upon our private class, the business class. Please, let's wake up. Climate change is real. And the solution to this is trying to adapt to renewable clean energy. This is the way to go. I thank so many partners, so many development partners that are trying to support our people through ensuring that these people adapt to clean and renewable energy. Let's encourage planting of more trees. Let's encourage people not cultivating in wetlands. If we can not avoid using wetland, let us do things that can be sustainable, especially fish farming. Let's do fish farming in the wetlands, but let's avoid planting foods like rice, constructions, or factories, everything. This is something which is witnessed, and it is actually unfortunate that at times it is being done by the elites. This is very unfortunate, and I call upon all of us to stand up and fight climate change for the betterment of our future.